Hey air signs, this is Lydia. I'm going to do a collective reading for you guys. That is to say Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius for, let's say it's a timeless reading. I'm just going to post it when I'm going to post it. And I'm just going to pull intuitively. And before I came on this video, my guides asked that I focus on what your focus is right now, what this focus is taking you toward. We can look at it as a goal. It could also just be how you're being guided forward, and then advice from your guides. And this focus could be a challenge or just something that's calling your name and pulling you and pulling your awareness to look at it at this time. So, kicking off this reading, we have empowerment. And I think this is important right now, especially as we go through these intense transits with Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. Just this energy of needing to stay the course has been coming up a lot lately. And I'm feeling for you tapping into your sense of power and your inner authority, I'm also getting, is important. And the empowerment card says the frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. And the ability to show up fully is coming forward too. That's been in my own readings and just in the astrology in general. Again, this energy of staying the course and not giving up now. But at the same time, it's if you want something and you want to manifest something worthwhile, then you need to put your whole heart into it. And you're being asked to do this at this time. So, how we can focus on empowerment, or how we're being called to put what we're being called to put our awareness on when it comes to staying empowered, is the Ace of Cups. Emotional new beginnings, staying refreshed, staying clear. I'm getting staying light. This could be your diet. This could be also just what you're exposing yourself to, and perhaps even thoughts. Thought is a big one for air signs. Just staying out of density, staying out of weight, and really staying in that refreshed energy and keeping those emotional and energetic channels clear from blockage. And clarifying it, we have, well, this one wanted to come out too. So the Scorpion is what I pulled, and the Earthworm is what popped out. And the Scorpion and the Earthworm together, for the Scorpion, in this guidebook for this card, it says it's about getting back to your fiery and fun self. And part of that is letting go of perhaps something that happened or a situation from the past that's keeping you perhaps in a dense energy, or perhaps in an energy that doesn't serve you. Again, trying to stay emotionally clear. And the Earthworm is about new beginnings and this refreshing energy of getting started on something and being perhaps in your sense of wonder for a new beginning. So I'm getting to being called with all these three cards together, being called to release whatever it is you feel is keeping you down, so that you can get into that sense of wonder and playfulness and this new beginning energy, and perhaps even the beginner's mind energy. This also is new beginnings of starting something new. And this could be just a lifestyle change. It could also be career, relationships. But this idea of staying in refreshed new energy, and also understanding how we can cultivate it and how we can tap into it at will, and being in that sense of empowerment as we move through these changes we've been going through, and how this is guiding us forward, or what this is guiding us toward. We have the Magician, manifestation, and the Magician has everything he needs at his fingertips in order to get started. This isn't something of, well, I need to take a course or I need to buy something. This is what you can get started on right now with what you have, with what's in front of you. And so you're being guided toward this sense of creative empowerment, this sense that you do have all that you need to get started on what you want to get started on. And not only do you have what you need, you're well and capable of achieving goals, getting through any challenges, and also, just being in that sense of empowerment that you have these capabilities and you're in your trust with them. And clarifying, we have the Bear. This can be a cumbersome energy. It can be coming out of, perhaps in this card, it's a sense of slumber and coming out of a slumber, and perhaps feeling cumbersome, perhaps feeling stiff. But as you move, you start to loosen up. There's a sense too here that the Magician is a new cycle. It's a new beginning, and the Bear wants us to step out into that. But at the same time, it's like, don't worry about not having it all figured out and being in that beginner's mind energy, or perhaps even feeling like a newbie. The bear reminds us that when we get started and when we step forward, we will acquire the skills we need to as we need them. And also I'm getting not being afraid to fail, or not being afraid to make mistakes, or even, taking a risk on ourselves, risking embarrassment in the name of getting to something worthwhile and getting to something magical. And advice from our guides when it comes to this fresh new beginning you guys are out on is Eight of Swords. You're not stuck. And perhaps even staying out of energy that keeps you stuck, right? The Scorpion again. And staying in that free and clear energy and clarifying the Eight of Swords. We have the Oyster, inner gifts, tapping into within yourself to find what you need, or to even uncover what you need in order to move forward. And again, this is going back to the Magician. You have all that you need at this time. Everything you need perhaps is within you. And you're being asked to really acknowledge that and to be empowered in that. And to not doubt yourself and not call attention to your weaknesses at this time, but to really, put your focus on what gives you that sense of refreshing energy. What makes you feel like there's bright pastures before you. And to really tap into that and to really put your focus on that and not focus on the past, not focus on how you were burned in the past, perhaps even not even focusing on if you're trying something again for another time, focusing on what didn't work out those past times, but be open to getting back to the fun and the playfulness of it, and to begin again with a true fresh start, and not holding on to things that in the long run it really doesn't serve you. And if you tried it once and it didn't work out the first time and you're feeling called to try it again, perhaps it's because you're wiser now and you have more skills now in order to move forward, and you're not really stuck. And if you feel stuck, you're being asked to really tap into your sense of problem solving skills. These air signs are very analytical and they can be very intellectual. You guys are well and capable of figuring things out and figuring out, okay, I feel like I'm stuck, but where am I keeping myself stuck, and how can I break myself free? And underlying, we have blessings. And there's blessings in facing our challenges. There's blessings in overcoming our challenges. And there's blessings too in being in that playful, childlike energy, and being in that curiosity of, okay, I want to create these things, and setting out to experiment on how you can create them and to get started in ways that you can now without biting off more than you can chew. You're being promised that if you're able to stay open in that way, you will receive blessings, and there's only blessings ahead of you. And this goes back into mindset too, of even if there are challenges or bumps in the road ahead, trusting that is all part of the journey. And that ultimately, when we stay in this energy of everything is happening for me, you even experience low points in a different way, and are able to really appreciate the highs and lows of the journey, and to know that, there's, even in rock bottoms, there's blessings, there's flints of light. And when we're in those low points, it's also a nice, beautiful energy of us in potent energies of transformation and moving forward and letting things go so that we can rise even higher. So air signs, I hope this message resonates. I'm sending love and wishing you well. Bye.